And I know lots of others will be coming in as we get going. Welcome, everyone, to I don't know what order to put the words in, but this is a blue moon. It is the Pisces full moon, and it's also a super moon. So however you want to organize those descriptors, it's a big day. And actually, we are in the window. You can already feel this energy coming in if you notice such things in your body, but it really doesn't peak till tomorrow evening, about 7-ish. I have the exact time written down, our time, Central Time. So we get to be in the juice of this, and there's a lot going on for, probably the next 72 hours. So let's call in sacred space and then we'll talk about it. Get this out of our way here. All right, let's all take a big, big, big deep breath in. And as you exhale, drop those grounding cords, send your roots down, 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 down into the earth. And then inhale, draw that earth energy up through your body, send it up and out, through the top of the head, connecting with the heart of the divine above us. And then inhale, draw that cosmic energy down through your body, send it all the way down into the earth, activating the as above, so below flow right through your bodies. Then breathing in and breathing out, activate the as within, so without. As the universe, so the soul. Moving to the north, we welcome Mother Earth. We give thanks to be here in the physical right now. We give thanks for the solid structure that we have to stand upon. Moving to the south, we welcome water. We welcome clear, clean, current emotions. We welcome love and joy and abundance and flow into our circle. Moving to the west, we welcome air, mind, focus, clarity, all of our guides, angels, allies, and helpers. Moving to the east, we welcome fire and movement and passion, divine right action. Moving to the center, we call in the divine feminine and the divine masculine in sacred right relationship. We call that beautiful energy down through our bodies. We call up Mama Gaia to pull and magnetize that energy through us. And we welcome our own sweet, extraordinary souls into this circle. We ask that all of these energies be with us, pray with us, and dance with us for our mutual benefit. I hope. Just so you know why I'm laughing. Best laid plans. My daughter's trying to get out the door, and she came to get her phone cord. And she's so worried about making noise that she's forgetting it. And then she's making even more noise getting it out. It's pretty funny. Little did she know that I didn't care. all right. Yes, it's supposed to be music and a photo, so hopefully you could hear that music. I did share it, so if you couldn't hear it, I apologize for that. Okay, so I always ask this question at the beginning. I always tell you to feel into your bodies, just because I don't think we do it very much. We spend most of our time up here. And there's been a ton of feels happening out there. Every single extreme you can imagine. And there was lovely little downloads that were trickling in that we're going to talk about coming in this morning on my walk, getting ready for this. So many of you could answer this question, how have the shifts been affecting you, in a variety of ways? And I know that because there's so much diverse energies out there happening. And yet, as I sit back and watch, I never cease to be amazed at how perfectly timed all of it is for our highest good and for exactly what we need to be doing right now. So I'll just share with you some tidbits. Most of this I borrow from other people, as most of you already know. So this is from Benjamin, the Astro Shaman. And it's just basically the facts of what's going on out there. And then I'm going to share with you my meanderings. So there is a Pisces blue full supermoon. There you go, all of it. And that's going to happen tomorrow evening at 7:35 Central Time, PM. So Pisces, I mean, once again, full moon, remember, full moon is all about releasing, letting go, whatever you want to get smaller, things to release in order to help you move forward. And then Pisces itself is spiritual awakening, inspired creativity, being in the flow state. It is the juicy. I call Pisces big love. It's like that overwhelming, heart opening. You just love everything and everyone, and you just can't help but just, walk around with a giddy smile on your face. That's the energy of Pisces. It reminds you, it's that feeling that you get. For those of you that know CCT, it's the vibration of opening, that excitement, that joy that happens when the divine and the mundane come together. So that enmeshment, the sacred marriage. The reason people go after that is because it feels great. It feels amazing. And, we're human and we go after the things that make us feel good. So that's the upside of Pisces. The downside is addiction, substance abuse, always chasing that high instead of doing your best to walk in balance and seeing it as a gift whenever it shows up. If we always chase the next one, it distracts us from what we're really here to do. And these, the good feelings of Pisces are here to do several things. They're here to, number one, make this experience palatable and precious. And number two, to help us share those good feelings with others. It makes it easier to do that. So when you get into the downside, and because there are reasons you may be experiencing that right now. But when you do, okay, so then it is an hour later. Thanks, Lynn. Good save. If you want to be, if you want to be right on the money, yes, it's happening. You will get to feel all of those good feelings from here on out, though, just so you know that. And then 24 hours after that. So all the way into Thursday evening. At any rate, when you get into the negative downside of Pisces, you can find yourself falling into escapism. So vegging out on screen time, all kinds of screen time, playing the victim in a relationship. And because, full moon energy can be a little bit heightened and volatile, it's better to focus on the higher vibrational energies of Pisces and the potentials that can happen. So let's look at all of that because there's a lot going on. The most important aspect of this moon is, well, this is one of them. This is the one that is in alignment with the moon right now, is a moderately strong Saturn conjunction. So that means they're side by side. So if what that also means is, super moon, everything's going to be amplified. And so it's shining a light on Saturn right now. So focus on Saturn's positive qualities. And I know some people have a love-hate relationship with Saturn, but Saturn, we live on a physical planet. So Saturn teaches us how to be in balance on a physical planet and how to make it work here. So being mature, responsible, reliable, using your time efficiently, plan the work and work the plan. Those kinds of crossing the T's and dotting the I's make your physical experience better. They help you do your physical experience. And when Saturn brings challenges, they say I like to think of Saturn as the grandmothers. And they come in and they go, here's all your choices of the things that you could choose. If you make this choice over here, these things might happen that you might not like. If you make this choice over here, you'll have positive outcomes. You get to pick. And so when the challenges come, it's just pointing your attention to structures that would benefit from change, from a little upgrade. And so then you just go, okay, what are the structures in your life, whether they're physical or energetic? Energetic would be belief systems that you hold. And are there any that you need to release or rearrange? What is in need of repair or adjustment? Are you leaking anywhere? Financially, energetically, any of those things. When which structures are doing great and are ripe for expansion, things that you need to grow. And then this is also a place, Pisces can be really yummy energy. I was walking this morning and I couldn't usually I can put my finger on it. And the only thing I could come up with was that we're under this Pisces moon, because there's just this underlying sense, if you go outside and just breathe in the air, of joy. I don't know where it comes from. Maybe it's that Pisces moon, and it's a super moon. So I'm going to take that. And when you play there, then the law of attraction can work for you. And you can feel that in your body. And that's what we want. We want to feel it in our bodies so that our bodies can be happy here. Now, if you haven't been feeling that, this could be why. This is courtesy. I've got two of these. Both of them are from Ruby. So as of the 26th, there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 planets in retrograde. And between now and the 31st, Karmic events and people will play an important role in your life in the following days. Try to remain calm and avoid engaging in fights. So if you get triggered, don't take the bait. Just stay calm, relax, because everything feels ass backwards out there. And I want to show you this. I thought this was great because now there's 8 planets retrograde, and 4 of them are inner planets, which means they're the ones closest in. They're the ones that we feel the most. So this one is more retrogrades and how to use them. And we have all of these right now. And so it's like, now Venus is going to go direct on the 3rd. So they're going to start to come back into balance gradually. But there's these little tidbits of how to utilize the energy when it's here, I thought were very, very timely. So of course, Mercury's communication. So are you communicating effectively and remaining in the present moment? Venus is all about relationships. So looking at old relationship issues, and have you, if there's stuff showing up that you thought was over, and I had this experience about a week and a half ago, and it was ugly. If you see those things happening, coming to the surface, it just means you're not done yet. And you just need to go back in there and say, okay, what is this? For me, returning to the clinic Saturday night with 2 blocked ears. Yeah. Yes. So physical stuff can happen when all of these things are happening. I've got 2 family members with broken bones that happened within the past 2 weeks. So my theory on all of this, and granted, a lot of this retrograde stuff will pull us back down to the physical and the mundane. It will make us focus on the things that maybe we've been ignoring. That being said, once we fix whatever's out of alignment, if we keep looking down, if we stay focused on what's wrong and just the mundane, we're going to miss it. It's like Pisces, the Pisces blue supermoon is here to uplift us, to help us open our hearts. So yeah, let these planets help you get back into alignment, and then look up and let the flow of the divine flow into your mundane moments so that you can feel that connection inside. That's what this big moon is all about. Oh, bless her heart. Yeah, there will be recordings, Jessica. Let's just touch on all of these while we're here. Mars, looking issues straight in the eye and tackling them once and for all. Self-care is your best friend during these times. So we're under the moon cycle of She Who Heals right now. So really focusing on self-care is a big theme and will help you. Jupiter, here to remind us that we need to do the work to achieve our dreams and realign with our authentic self. Neptune, which is the same vibration as Pisces, smashes illusions, giving us the sometimes surprising opportunity to see ourselves more clearly. Unlike other retrogrades, it forces you out of your comfort zone from a place of love, I will say. And then Uranus, hi, Miss Linda. A great time for us to look for a new path toward accomplishing older intentions. using its energy to help us think creatively, like outside the box. So Uranus just went retrograde. So it's really here to support us. It's like all of this is telling everyone to just go, take a breath, just stop for a minute, regroup. Saturn in retrograde, a chance to revisit karmic lessons, which tear gentler and more familiar than new ones focus on self-discipline. And then Pluto urges us to reevaluate our relationship with power and embrace inner power and use it to empower others. So we got a lot there. None of us should be bored right now. There's a lot on our plate. But, and the beauty of this, and I'll talk about this in a minute. I'll go ahead and talk into the Mercury retrograde. That seems to be what's on everyone's mind because it's recent. And of course, oh, stop. Every time I talk like this, my phone thinks I'm talking to it. Even though we can slow down right now, you can use this time to repair. So repair your inner self, looking at those belief systems, repair or finish things that you've started. It's just not a really good time to start things. Travel and communication may be challenging, so just double check all of that. Now, here's something interesting. Venus was in retrograde when Mercury went there, and it's not going to be direct until the 3rd. So until then, we're going to feel the effects of those 4 planets in retrograde, those 4 personal planets. So reflection over action is a really good place to be. But there is a twist to this, and I think this is actually quite beautiful. I tell everyone self-care is the hallmark of a priestess. All of this is happening under the Virgo sun. The Virgo sun really causes us to want to get our ducks in a row, get everything organized. This is, get ready to go to school and all of that. But the key of Virgo is service. And are you living in alignment with your sacred service? Are you doing it? How you're spending your time satisfying? Is it feeding you? And Virgo is also, it falls under She Who Heals Moon pretty much every single time. So it's very focused on health and self-care. So be thinking about what are the things that you can do to support your health. Slowing down for this society is absolutely one of them. Virgo loves the little details that can take things to the highest level. So are there places where you can improve yourself, and at the same time, are there places where you're too hard on yourself, where you don't think you're good enough? That's a Virgo trait. Let that one go. All of that can be greatly enhanced by the priestess energy, and the temple is open for Profitable Priestess. We begin on the 14th. So if you're interested in that, keep your eyes open, watch your inbox. But during this time, things you may want to consider, these are the questions for this time. What are things you want to release? What are old patterns that aren't serving you? You've had plenty of time with all of these retrograde planets to pretty much know the answer to that question. So is there anything else or things you want to jot down? And then what do you need to clear and cleanse as we move into the fall season? As we get ready for this, it's coming. Equinox is almost here. So what do you need to clear to get ready for that? Do you know why you're here? Are you living your purpose? And if you're not, How can you move into doing that? And is there anything that needs gentle integration or completion? So journal with those questions for just a minute, and then we'll go into the cards. All right. You can continue to journal with those. I'm going to go ahead and let you take in some of the guidance that I got from the cards today. Obviously, this is so perfect for where we are right now. Present moment. This is what we need when we're in retrograde. We don't need to be looking to the future, looking to the past just to clear it, just letting, as it rises to the surface, letting the old stuff go. Keeping your energy in the present is the most efficient way to get your creations into form. You cannot change the past and you can't control the future, but you can choose your actions in this present moment. Bringing all your energy into present time is the most efficient use of it. If you have found yourself lost in worry or concern, you're leaking energy that you could be using to create. Where are you stuck in the past? Where are you holding fear about the future? What should you be using your energy for instead? If you need more help getting into present time, go outside. Move your body. Focus your attention on taking action on a project, finishing things. Get out of avoidance and into the present moment. So, see if Earth has anything more to say to you about that. In the water door, we pulled connection. Water, as an element, has connective qualities. It can bind substances together, and this binding quality can turn random vegetables into soup, pigments and canvas into a painting. Connection between humans can dispel loneliness, lower stress, generate love, and heal wounds. Perfect energy for Pisces. The connective powers of water are deep and rich, and they are here to serve you. Where do you need more connection? So journal with water. Where do you need more connection? And in air, I pulled two. The first one is Libra, the balancer. Libra teaches the importance of balanced relationships. It encourages us to see things from all sides, honor each person's point of view, balance opposites, consider options, and mediate well. How can you create safe space for everyone in your world to be valued? Do you need to develop more cooperative social skills? How are your partnerships? Can you see your relationship as a spiritual path? Libra is the air point of the cross at the autumnal equinox, so we're coming up toward it. The sun is in Libra generally from September the 23rd to October 22nd. So she's waving at us, getting us ready. The other card that just popped out of the deck was Far Sight. Imagine an eagle soaring high above the earth. Eagles are said to have the best sight of any bird and have often been associated with the air realm. This is because they have the ability to look ahead to see what's coming. They also fly high so they can get a big picture vision of the landscape below. As we create our lives, we too need to develop the ability to rise high so we can see far into the future. What effects are our actions now having on generations to come? How will what we do right now influence the future? Where do we need to be mindful of those coming after us? In our own creations, what do we need to know about the future so that we can create in a good way today? So make no mistake, that karma is real. What do we need to do now that will help us plan for the future? I mean, this has everything we've talked about today all over it. So journal with air. And then fire, momentum. Once we get things moving in the direction we want, it's important to keep that forward movement happening by building momentum. That force that causes an object to continue to move in the same direction as if of its own volition. Building momentum requires patience. When building a fire, you begin with tiny twigs and gradually add the larger logs until the fire burns on its own. Likewise, when you're building momentum, you start with baby steps and gradually build the energy until forward movement is assured. Consistent behaviors done over a period of time begin to produce the momentum we need to move our projects forward. So, where do you need to build some momentum? Where have you been trying to burn the big logs without building the twig fire first? So this is a good time to look at that, to see where are those places. This is the downtime where we go in and we look and see how can we start small and build. And then in the spirit door, we have the higher self. Your higher self is the part of you that is always connected to the upper realms and the divine energies. Your higher self is playing in Pisces right now, doing the Snoopy dance. It loves you with an unshakable love that never ends because it knows the depths of who you truly are. It works tirelessly to remind you of this, knowing that when you truly remember your divinity, this life won't seem so difficult. Its goal for you is always self, with a capital S, self-realization. Even though it loves you deeply, it has very little concern for egoic needs and desires. It will always steer you toward the higher path and always meet you with total and unconditional love. Reconnect with your higher self. What does your higher self want you to know right now? So journal with your higher self in the spirit door. What messages are buried there? So for those of you that haven't begun already, go ahead and set an intention for this super full moon in Pisces. What do you need to release and let go of? All right, lovelies, I'm going to give you about 30 more seconds to finish up those intentions. And I know there's a lot of juicy stuff here. You could write for days. Okay. We're going to go ahead and dance. We're going to activate those intentions in our bodies. Here we go. right, everyone. Thank you to all of you for being here and for sticking it out till the end. There were a lot of you on here today. I give thanks to the elemental forces for holding space for us today. And I give thanks for these amazing women that are stepping up to do their sacred work. And I close this circle and the light. I will see you all next time. You're very, very welcome.